All right, welcome everybody. My name is Christina Aman, 2-star crown here in the Superfood Social team. It is Earth Day, yay! Such a great day of the year. Every day is really Earth Day. And people are dropping in the comments right now, takeaways from last night's incredible mega Zoom that Tala led, incredible speakers who are on there. So go ahead and keep adding that. And what I want to share first before I get started here is that this training, mastermind storytelling session that's going to be unfolding over the next hour is really going to be geared towards brand new people, old people, everybody in between, former people maybe is a better word. And so you're going to listen for the messages that are relevant for you, right? And you're going to get your notepads out, get your notebooks out. And I'm going to be speaking to new people, and I'm going to be speaking to emerging leaders and mentors. So if you're a new person and you hear me say something that's more relevant, or it's either over your head, don't worry about it. But if you notice like, oh, that's something for, you know, like when I'm a mentor, when I'm an emerging leader, you can take note. And you can also reach up to your mentor and your leaders and say, hey, I remember this thing on the call. Like, can you do that for me? Can you help me? Like, be an advocate for your own business. People think they're annoying their upline by reaching out. No, I love people who reach out, and I love people who repeatedly reach out, because it tells me you're taking your business seriously and you're advocating for yourself and you're saying, I want this, I'm ready for this, let's go. So go ahead and reach out. Okay, that's what I want to say about the note taking. And Leah, are you here? I'm going to have one announcement done before we dive deep. Are you here and want to pop off mute and share your announcement? Are you here, Leah? Okay, you're not here. We'll get it later. All right, so for a quick moment, because it is Earth Day, and I love our Mother Earth so much, can we take a moment to just really envision, close your eyes if you want to, if we could wave a magic wand and you could have Earth be whatever you could imagine Earth to be right in this moment. What do you see? You get to call the shots here. You get to, like a blank canvas, describe how you would have Earth be if it were up to you in this moment. So just drop in the comments what you see in that vision. I see pure waters. I see all people living healthy and vibrantly, without any hunger or sickness, you know, like anything you see that you want to drop in the comments. Let's just like envision that fully regenerated, restored, healthy, purified Earth for a moment. And let's really hold that as possible. Beautiful. So we have, I'm going to scroll up here. Freedom, healed soils, connection, all reflections of love, music festivals every day, peace, drugs for treatment becomes obsolete, thriving ecosystems, families happy, healthy, free, supported, health biome, free children living in peace, the future that's been advertised in movies. Yes, happy ecosystems, biodiversity, Eden, regenerative systems. Everyone has a garden, oceans, mountains, forests. I see community living, loving, and laughing together in wide open spaces. Lush green, healthy forests, waterfalls, clean air, lots of naked frolicking, lush everywhere, happy conscious souls, no more division amongst one another. Yes, and we all love the earth together. Oh, that brings tears. Community in the world, health at every size. I see beings leaking rainbows of vibrant connections, offering goodness in all being and doing, social justice, caring for one another, villages, thriving ecosystems, 100% sustainable farming, clean water everywhere, clean water and food for all, economic justice, food justice, village living, with all healers and artists and parents and children thriving. Peace, love. Yes, beautiful. Thank you for joining me in our imagine. So we can do that every single day. That's radical action for our earth, is to keep holding this vision and keep infusing this vision. So what will this take, right? We live in this modern world where we have governments and corporations and laws and all these things happening. And what we've talked a lot about is that this, to be able to create this kind of change, to have this kind of impact beyond just envisioning it, obviously that's step one. And even if you were on that call last night, you heard the last speaker, Ryan Rising, say, if you have wealth, reach out to me and let's do these things. And that really sunk in with me. He's noting that it does take wealth to build these kinds of systems, right? And that's my story too. It took me finding wealth to pull off what we endeavored to do. So what we're talking about here is building wealth. And if you're anything like me, I grew up only knowing about making money. No one talked to me about building wealth. Drop a 2 in the comments if that's you too. If you only understood the concept of get a job, make money, trade your hour for dollars, right? Make money. And the idea for me, it was like the idea was you could make money, but it's going to disappear, right? You spend it, it's gone. No one talked to me about investing. No one talked to me about leverage. So I want to dive into that for a moment here, because I think I know that what we have here that makes the Purium economy so powerful is that what we're actually doing is building wealth. And I started to study this a little bit after I got into Purium, because it was this whole brand new thing. And I started to listen to Eric Worre and Robert Kiyosaki and other people who really teach about financial literacy. And the concept is that in order to build wealth, you have to leverage something. It's like alchemy. You're spinning straw into gold. You're taking something and turning it into more. So we're going for that quantum leap. We're going for that, like, I want to get ahead in my life. Like, drop a 3 if that's you. You're like, I love my life. I love all these things, but I want to get ahead. I want this big leap. I want to get somewhere that's different than just making the money that I've been making. So in order to build wealth, what are we leveraging? We're leveraging our network. We're leveraging our story. We're leveraging our why, that fire that fuels us. We're leveraging our mentors. We're leveraging Purium, right? They're doing all this work that we do not have to lay a finger on. The growing, the packing, the juicing, the labeling, the shipping, the handling, all those broken, packages or upset customers, whatever. Like, we don't have to do any of that. I mean, maybe we have some customers who reach out to us, but we can still send them the form that the company deals with, and on and on and on. There's so much that they do. So we're leveraging the systems that they've created. We're leveraging other systems. We're leveraging this incredible business model of network marketing, where we light 3 people's candles, they turn around and light 3 people's candles, and pretty soon we have a flood of light illuminating faster than we could have ever done by ourselves, right? So we're leveraging network marketing, which is the most brilliant business model I've come across. And that really gets into leveraging our time. Time is our most precious resource. We want to spend it with self-care. We want to spend it with our families. We want to spend it doing our purpose and our passion and just being, right? So in order to have found a business model where we can leverage our time, turn 1 hour into 100 hours because of the connections that we have here with our prospects and our team members, this is leverage. This is way beyond the $1 per hour business model. So where else have I seen leveraging? In gardening and farming. We're going to turn a little tiny packet of seeds into like meals and meals on our table one day, right? And that takes a certain kind of vision, long-term thinking. It takes willingness to work a bunch up front because you know what's going to happen later on. And continuing to tend and water everything, and all of these beautiful metaphors in the gardening world. So let me check out my notes here. Oh yeah, I have in my notes here, the only role models I had growing up of the alternative to like rich people, which I never understood how people got rich, right? It was just like, there's rich people and there's not rich people, and like how to become one of them, I didn't know. And the only role model I had was like Robin Hood, like somebody who's really good and wants to good for the people. The only model was like, go steal. I was like, well, that's kind of sketchy. Like that's not gonna work. I'm not gonna follow that. So, you know, to discover this business model, that there's this way to get ahead, to me, it was like life changing. Drop of 5, that was you. You were like, whoa, like this is actually possible in real time for me. That's amazing. And for people I know in my community, it's incredible. There's still a lot of people who haven't had that moment, but we're here to like nurture them into that, where they get to have that moment. And not just know that that moment exists and be like, oh my God, you guys have to like get to this moment. Like, we're going to be patient because it takes a moment. And then it's like, ooh, yes, they get it too. Okay, so that's leverage. And we're talking here about building wealth. Drop a 6, by the way, if you are here to build wealth, because not everybody is, and that's okay. You're like, I'm here to just share casually about this. I love these superfoods. I love watching people have transformations. That's fine too. If you're a 7, if you're just here to do casually or whatever happens is great, that's fine too. Drop a 6 if you're like, I'm here to build wealth. That's what I'm here for. I'm here for this quantum, like I want to get ahead, you know, I'm trying to create this massive vision that I want to be part of all those visions we created for our earth at the beginning of the call. I'm here to help fund those, to hire people to do them, to get the grants, to, you know, mobilize, to hold, to create, you know, community spaces, equipment, you know, like on and on. There's so many to hire lawyers and lobbyists and change laws around what corporations are allowed to get away with, you know, write checks so that pipelines don't get built, buy off, you know, like there's so many ways to fund clean energy projects and composting everywhere and inoculating the whole world. That's my big dream, is like if I could just give everyone in the world a non-plastic backpack sprayer full of inoculants, and we just inoculate the whole world with microorganisms and waters. I've seen incredible videos of like cleaning up waterways with these like microorganisms. Anyway, I get really excited about that. Quick little word here. The same in Hawaiian, the same word for like microbe is the same word for God. Right? Like amazing. Okay, that wasn't in my notes. Back to my notes. Okay, so we're talking about here, when we're talking about building wealth, we're talking about compressing time. And that's all about the momentum concept. We got our yes with Puri and we're like, yes, I want to do this. I'm ready to jump in. I'm ready to build my wealth. I can see that this is possible. I see this as my vehicle. I want to be there. I've got these mentors and teams saying it's possible and saying, I'm going to do this with you. How do I do this? We're going to create momentum, because the momentum is what's going to help carry us along, because we don't want it. We don't want just another job. We don't want to be toiling. It's not that we're not willing to work, right? Everybody here is willing to work. I'm pretty sure, you know, like that's why we're here. We're willing to work. We're willing to put in time, you know, our 10 to 15 hours a week. We're willing to show up. We're willing to have emotional, mental, you know, self-development breakthroughs. We're willing to do that stuff. We're willing to get on the phone and reach out to people and get over our insecurities. We're willing to do that. But what we don't need to do is like beat our head up against a wall. We don't need to like make it harder for ourselves. And so that's why you'll hear in this industry, it's easier to go faster than it is to go slower, or it's easier to go fast than it is to go slow, right? Drop 5 in the comments if you've never heard that concept, if that's a new concept for you. All right, everyone's heard that. And that's why I'm always saying, why don't we call the Fast Start program the Easy Start program? Because this is the easier way to build this, to build momentum, is to jump in on the Fast Start bonuses. We're talking about building our house of wealth. and it's built with bricks of fast starters. This is the easiest way to build our house of wealth, is bricks of fast starters. It's just creating momentum. Why? It's more fun. People stay in the game when they have success right early on. Maybe there's a leader here on this call or somebody who studied network marketing who knows that quote. Like, if something like, you know, if people even make $1 in their first some time period, they're more willing to stay in the game, you know, some other time period. If somebody wants to drop that in. But you get the idea that having any kind of success, even minimal, it imprints on us like, oh, this is happening, it's real. Like, okay, what happens if I take the next step, right? So anybody know that quote? Let me know. I have lots of strengths. Remembering little details isn't necessarily one of them. Okay, that's why we have each other. So we're talking about compressing time. We're talking about creating momentum. And so we're getting on board with the fast start. Now, one of the things I want to explain about this fast start, this is not fast start. Okay, great, you've enrolled, like go out there and be fast, right? That's not fast start. Fast start is this. Awesome, you got your yes. We're gonna make this the most easy and most fun for you, and the most likely to, you know, be able to stay in when it, you know, if it gets hard, or to avoid it getting hard, because you've got this momentum carrying you along. We're gonna do this together. We're partners, and we're gonna link arms, and we're doing the fast start bonus. We're gonna help you hit fast start consultant together. Why? That's why there's a matching bonus. It's actually a partner activity. So here's what I want you to picture. You've enrolled your new brand partner, and you're excited. The first step is you get excited about Fast Start. You build value in it. You're like, yes, this is gonna make it so much easier for them. It's gonna make it so much easier for me. We're in this together. This is the way. You build that value for yourself. You realize that having a fast start story is your $1 million story, because that's going to duplicate. Fast start duplicates. So if this person hits fast start, it's more likely that their people are going to hit fast start, and their people, and on and on. So like, that's why it's your $1 million story. One time opportunity. Now, if you don't hit it, you got another chance, right? You don't hit fast start consultant, you get to hit fast start director. You still have that chance. If you don't hit any of them, you can create your own fast start 2 years into your business. You can be like, you know what? I'm hitting fast start consultant in the next 10 days. I'm doing it. I'm following all the steps. It doesn't matter that you don't get that double bonus. Make a post for yourself in the group. Say, I just hit fast start. I just hit fast start. Sorry, landline. Who ever heard of those anymore? Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to quiet that. Okay, I'm gonna close my door. So yeah, you can make your own fast start story at any point. So the idea is this is still $1 million story, because even if you create it 2 years into it, that can duplicate. You'll get the transmission, like here's how it works. Okay, so you've enrolled your brand new person. You've built the value in fast start. You're both on board. You're like, yes, I'm gonna do this. And now, I want you to imagine that you're going into a 10-day fast start retreat. You're gonna put it on your calendar. You're aware of the day 10, the ending there. You know exactly when that happens, and you're paying attention to it throughout those 10 days. Now, if you're newer in the business, you're gonna let your mentor be part of this process. But what this process looks like is your brand new person, picture them with a blindfold, and you're leading them through the forest. They barely know what's going on, right? They barely know the names of ranks, compensations, any of it. They barely know any of it. The learning curve is so steep. That's why there's a matching bonus, and that's why this is teamwork. You're guiding them through the forest, they're blindfolded, and you're just like literally like, okay, take that step. Okay, step over that rock. Okay, there's a tree right there, go to the right. Sorry, I have a cat here playing with a pencil. So you are literally guiding somebody who you have so much more information now. That's why I said, if you're new and you're guiding a fast starter, you're going to have your mentor do it, right? We want to have the experience with the fresh, new, excited energy and the untapped network working together, right? So we're on the Fast Start retreat together. So drop an 8 in the comments if you're on a Fast Start retreat, either because you're guiding someone into their Fast Start or you're brand new. And that might be consultant, Fast Start director, Fast Start executive, Fast Start diamond. Like, really acknowledge that it's an immersion and it's something to pay attention to. There's nothing like Fast Start to create momentum in your business that's going to pay off for years, for your whole lifetime, this opportunity. And I know I'm not checking the chat, so hopefully, you know, you're with me here. So, so we're on this retreat together and we're like, it's an immersion, right? We're incubating this Fast Start experience. We're guiding our new person with the blindfold, okay, taking one step after the next. And then we create that together, and then boom, the company's like, great job. Both of you get double bonuses, because that's what a partnership, the Fast Start is. So again, if you're brand new and you're like, I don't even know totally how to guide a Fast Start, I can share my excitement because I did it. I can tell them how I did it. Just keep leaning up, advocate for yourself, reach up to your mentorship. Let's weave the lineage together and make sure we hit these Fast Starts. Okay, back to my notes. Make sure I'm staying on task here. All right, so we're going to get excited. We're building value. We're getting in there, we're creating our $1 million story, and then we're going to ask our people right from the get-go, or maybe your mentor is going to ask them on a Connect call. You know, really, really utilize Connect calls. That is the best weaving mechanism we have. Talk about leverage Connect calls. That is, what did Melissa Hanson say on that one training? Connect calls are money, literally. So you're going to utilize your mentor, and they are going to ask your new person, who are the most badass people you have in your life that you want to do this with? Who do you know? Who would you love to be in business with? And who loves you? Who wants to support you? Who are your closest friends and family who you are super excited to let them know, I am starting something new? And sometimes we can feel like, I don't really want to like prospect my friends and family, they're going to get annoyed with me. Then just be real with them. Say like, I'm asking a favor. I'm asking you to support me. I mean, if we were opening up a flower shop, it's totally kosher to ask for friends and family to support us in our new business adventures. And this is, if you weren't on the Fraser Brooks training, he's the one who brought this piece in, for me at least, of like, we're a small business owner. We're starting a small business. Reach out to our friends and family instead of like, hey girl, like doing the whole like back behind, you know, like through the back door prospecting. Just be direct. Like, hey, I'm starting a new business. I know that if I even have like one sale under my feet, it's going to boost my confidence. It's going to boost my momentum. And like, I'm reaching out to see if I can get your support. I also totally believe in the products and think they'll be amazing. Would you be open to like checking out and seeing, you know, if this is something you can do to support me? Ask for support, right? So we're going to see like who's super badass that we want on our team and who wants to support us. Those are our first things we're going to ask our new people to find. Their 3 people who are there, or 2 or 3, depending on if they do all the widen your reach. So if they hit 3 people in their Fast Start consultant window in that 1 week, boom, UBT, they're on their way to Fast Start director. Right? So 3 people, getting ourselves acquainted with the rhythm of 3. 3 people right away. 3 widen your reach each week. 3 people each week for UBT. 3 widen your reach each week. Now, if they're going for Fast Start consultant, it's widen your reach every day. If they enroll on a Thursday, they have an opportunity to get 3 widen your reach before the end of that pay period at the end of Friday. So you're going to tell them you're going to do 2 widen your reach Thursday or Friday. They enroll on Friday, they're going to do 3 that day, right? You're holding, because you know how powerful success, points on the board and hitting that fast start is. You're holding that for them. You're excited about it. We're going to have so much fun with this. Hey, I'll interview you. You interview me. You know, one time I had somebody who was just like paralyzed, and I took a video of our Zoom together. And then I just posted my stories and tagged her, and she posted in her stories. Boom, widen your reach. She was sharing her why. That's a business forward, widen your reach. I just helped it happen with the logistics. So there's so many ways to get creative with this and help people, you know, talk about their passions, have them interview people that they love and respect, that they want to feature on their wall. So there's so many ways. And what I really want to do is transition now to hear voices, because we have people who are hitting fast start, getting those fast start bonuses and creating amazing momentum, having lots of fun, having that team bonding, you know, creating those success stories, building belief in what we have, which is giving them belief in the future they're creating for themselves. So I want to bring on our first speaker all the way over in New York City. We have Neely Schwab. If you want to come off mute. Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Neely.
Thank you. So I'm super glad to be here. And I've had a really couple of exciting weeks with Purium. I've had a couple bumps in the road, but I had my team to support me. So I'm really grateful for that. And this really is about teamwork. I'm definitely learning that quite quickly. I am an entrepreneur. I own my own yoga business. So I turned my passion for yoga into a business. I specialize in one-on-one privates, and it requires a lot of physical energy. I'm giving so much of myself, and not to mention the time constraints with commuting and stuff. So even though I do make a good deal of money per client, I wasn't able to leverage my time as well as I would have liked, because of just there wasn't enough hours in the day for me. So I was always looking for something to add that would, you know, help grow my business in a realistic way, because I just physically couldn't add any more physical clients. I was overbooked. And I've been studying Ayurveda now for many years. I studied with a friend of mine, Yael, who brought me to the company. And a light bulb went on when she sort of brought this to my attention. And I thought, oh, wow. And then I went and did massive research, because I do that with everything. I'm a little OCD. And I thought, this could be it. This could be what I've been looking for. And I mean, when I say years, I'm not joking. I would give nutritional advice to my clients, but it would just be friendly advice. Oh, I'm taking this spirulina chlorella. It's really great. You should try it. But, you know, they would just go buy it. There was no value. I mean, it was value in the fact that I'm helping them with their health. However, you know, I was not feeling as valued as I should have, because through my studies, I'm able to share all this information, but I wasn't getting paid for it. And, you know, I have a family and I work very, very hard, and I would love to see my income grow. So I found this to be the perfect opportunity. I really came into Purium with low expectations. You know, I just thought, okay, let's do this. I'll just sell this to my clients and just see what happens. And I think it is good to come in. You know, I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest. And so I got on some connect calls, and really, I know I say this every time I speak to you, they listen to me talk all the time, but it's the people that really brought me to the precipice of this is what I'm going to do. I have never felt more supported, and literally there's no such thing as a stupid question, which is so refreshing, because I've worked in the corporate world, and there is such thing as stupid questions in the corporate world, and in most companies for that matter. So I love the fact that it was a little shocking for me at first how nice everybody was and how open and helpful. So, and I always kept saying like, oh, I don't want to take too much of your time, or I don't, you know, if you've got other things, but they never, it was never that. They always had the time for me. So I really can't say enough. I made Fast Start Consultant, and I have to tell you, I think I was one of the most proud I've ever felt because it was such an organic process how it happened. I would share the information with the products, and I have a passion for the products because they're amazing. I use them myself, so obviously I believe in them. But anytime I had a problem or an issue, I could pick up the phone or, go on one of these connect calls, and I could fix the problem. And it became so much simpler than I ever imagined. And I never thought in a million years Fast Start Consultant would be in my future, because I just didn't think it would be. But it was, and it is, and it happened. And so I was really ecstatic. I can't say enough about my upline. They've all been really my rock. And what Christina said about the newbies coming on with a blindfold, it's very true. We are working with a blindfold on. I made a pretty big boo-boo yesterday. My head was a little off. I'm having some issues in my own personal life. And I did something wrong with an order. And you know what? I thought it was going to be this big drama. I was starting to stress about it. I picked up the phone. I called my friend Carol. She walked me through it in 5 minutes. Boom, it was fixed. Everything was fine. My client never even knew anything happened. And I'm off sailing. Here we go. And so, I'm thinking, oh, for my next, I think I'll be director next. And again, I thought, oh, I can't do this again. There's so many points. It's like so many, but you know what? I'm more than halfway there. And I'm like, just really, if you have passion for something and you know that it works and you know that it helps, it's an easy sale. And I think that's like, really for me, I just have a conversation with people about it. I've had multiple people reach out to me online. I really think the widen your reach is so important. I took advantage of all of the 10 widen your reaches in the very beginning, which was a huge help. And it really creates a lot of interest for people. They want to know what you're talking about. And I'm a little animated. So of course I make it, all very animated, but do you. And so, yeah, I decided that this is actually a reality. I'm actually going to be able to increase my income. And I got my first commission check, my very first commission check. And, it wasn't huge, but it was a symbol to me that my work meant something. I was being valued by the company. My mentors were being valued, and we're a team. I realized for the first time after being I own my own business. I work alone. I'm an entrepreneur. I did everything on my own. And I've never felt so much comfort in knowing that I have a team that I can rely on, and they're authentic and they're helpful. And the process is just moving along, and my blindfold is slowly starting to slip away from my eyes. And I hope someday that I can be a mentor to someone and help them the way that I've been helped, because I am so truly grateful. And I could not have reached Fast Start Consultant without my team. And yes, I did put in the 10 to 15 hours a week as I promised myself. And really, I think anyone can do it. It's really attainable. And I'm just so grateful to be here and so grateful to share my story with you guys. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Neely. Woo, you're such a great speaker. And I just want to highlight a couple of things there. Getting that first check, I remember my first check too. It's like seeing that first sprout in your garden, right? It's not like it doesn't have to be, it's not about that amount. Somebody told me early on in this business, you're actually underpaid for the work you're doing at the beginning and way overpaid for the work you're doing, eventually. And I was like, okay, all right. That kept me going, right? And your check was way more than my first check. So like, because of the Fast Start, there's actually way more significant money to be made at the beginning than there used to be. And then, especially like what you're putting in, you were like, it was organic. I was just naturally sharing what was exciting for me and what I was experiencing. You have an amazing health testimonial, and you've been so coachable. So one of the things I like to tell people is, yeah, you have to put in time and you have to be willing to be coachable. Like, you have to be willing to get on the phone with your mentors and trust them, trust our systems and dive in. And if you can do that, like you said, anyone can do this. So thank you so much for sharing, Neely. And I'm super excited to see you go Fast Start Director this month. Next person I want to bring on is Alexis Rollins, one of our newest shiny diamonds in this team, who I have witnessed your transformation so powerfully, Mama. And take it away. You know what to do. You're rocking and rolling and shining so brightly.
Oh, thank you so much, Christina. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Actually, let me just say, everybody drop Alexis some love in the comments and Neely some love for the ranks that they've recently hit. So let's celebrate. Big celebration culture here.
Yeah, amazing, Neely. I love hearing everyone's stories. And March was just full of magic and madness. And I finally hit diamond. I was putting it on my action plan for 7 months. And I was like, just kept letting life get in the way and my mental blocks get in the way of hitting it. And then finally in March, on March 1st, I was writing my action plan and I was like, I'm going to change the story this month. And I wrote in my vision statement, I was like, this is the month that the story changes. The last month that I put diamond on my action plan and I don't hit it, it's happening. So I just moved into that space of like, hey, I'm going to do whatever it takes. I got my whole family on board. I told my partner, I was like, hey, babe, we're going to hit diamond this month. So like, we're going to run together. I need your help with the baby. I promise it's all going to be worth it. And then I had my best friend say, hey, I'm going to get married this month. Can you be one of my bridesmaids? And then I had my grandparents who were like, hey, we're going to come visit. And I was like, oh my gosh, the month that I'm going for diamond, like all these life things are happening, but that's just how it goes. And you learn to have like tunnel vision and balance all the balls. So it all worked out. Let's see, I'm gonna look at my notes to stay on track here. Could not have done it without my team. Casey, my mom, and Jess were my 3 legs that created my structure. And Jess and her team just like jumped right in. Jess, Martha, Vanessa, they all hit their goals, which helped me to hit my goals. And really it was like Christina and Leah like holding the vision, like, hey, all these people are going to hit their goals and that's how you're going to hit your goal. And we're all just going to help make it happen together. So I had those moments of like, oh, how's this going to happen? And Christina just kept being like, no, it's happening. Like, stay in that trust, stay in that vision. So grateful for that. And a few other things that I think really helped make it happen is I was like, okay, things have to shift energetically, my body. So I decided to go on another ultimate lifestyle transformation. And it was perfect because pretty much the rest of my team, we were all on that vibration of just like freeing up the energy, really focusing on our health and, you know, the self-care. And that's a huge piece to be able to hit your goals. You have to do the self-care and the work. And so I was constantly just checking in on my team, seeing who I could support, even if it was just encouraging them to do Widen Your Reach. The panels helped a lot to get us there. Doing those team panels is so powerful to get people excited to invite prospects to a panel sharing their own stories. I have a couple more things. Let's see. Yeah, I moved into this space where I was like, okay, who's my third leg going to be? And I just had to energetically shift into opening myself up to like, I can have a fast start consultant. Like, who's going to be my fast start consultant? And I started looking at my like chicken list of prospects, people I'd love to have as brand partners. And this woman, Abby, was on there, and I'd been seeing her on social media for a while, and I just was totally in love with her vibe. And I just like came at the approach of like, hey girl, I see you and I love your vibe. I'd love to like feature you on a live. Let's collaborate. How can I support you? And then our conversation went to Purium, and then she like enrolled that week. So you just never know what can happen, you know, when we open ourselves energetically up to like all these new possibilities. So yeah, just maximize the Widen Your Reach point, stayed consistent, supported my team, and yeah, reached out when I was in doubt because I could not have done it without Christina and Leah. So thank you both so much. Thank you to my team. Thank you guys.
So amazing, Alexis. The transformation really happened when you made that decision. Like, this is going to be a different month. And I saw it and I was like, let's go, girl. I'm here. We're going to do it together. The whole month we locked arms, all of us, Leah, everybody, Jess, all the people you named. It was amazing. And that's what's possible. You know, it does take, that's the hard part in this business. It's not like lifting heavy things or like, you know, toil. The hard part is believing in ourselves. That's kind of it. That's kind of the only thing that's hard here. And that's hard. It is hard. That's why we have each other. So big congratulations to you. And yeah, bring on. So what Alexis now has done, she hit diamond. What can happen in this industry is we hit a rank and we're like, whoo, that was amazing. I'm just going to kick back this month. But no, Alexis dug in and has taken that momentum. Guess what we get to leverage the most in this business? Success. Success builds upon success. We get to take those stories and leverage that momentum and keep it going. So what has happened, Alexis has brought on a fast start consultant who brought on her own fast start consultant, and it's popping. So Alexis, bring on your people. Let's hear this activated energy that's happening over there.
Yeah, Abby, I'm so excited to bring you on. I'm so proud of you for already hitting Fast Start Consultant, Fast Start Director, and going to Fast Start Executive this month. So she's amazing. She's just super magnetic, super powerful content creatrix, so much fun, and has a deep prayer, you know, for her why and her dreams and community. And it's so beautiful. And I'm so excited for her and her team. Abby, if you are here, jump on and share your story, sister, of how you hit these fast start bonuses. You're rocking it. I'm so proud of you. I love
Thank
you.
you. Oh my gosh. So awesome for everyone that has spoken so far. What has gotten me to this point is accountability, staying connected to this group. All 76 of you, there's all 76 souls wherever you are on this globe that we're all sharing. It's so awesome to be able to share, and it's 4:44 where I am. Anyway, I love that. So yeah, I just felt that it was ready when I took the leap. I was like, you know, praying like I need to find a new way to make money because I'm graduating soon. I'm a soon to be college graduate, 1.5 weeks left. So we are really grinding here in so many ways outside of just Purium. And I'm just so grateful to be in this spot and to be able to get executive in 7 days or 6 days. What's today? The 22nd? Yes. In 6 days, I'm going to hit Fast Start Executive, and then we're going to keep that rolling. We're going to keep that leverage. And I'm just really excited and I just started the cleanse yesterday. So I'm all amped up on starting that as well as I'm branching into the beginning of that cleanse. It'll be hitting the beginning of the month. So it'll really start to like settle in and I'll really start to feel it. And the energy is just going to be awesome. So yeah, I'm an almost college graduate. I am moving to Hawaii. So my life is literally changing so fast. I'm so happy to be moving back there. I lived there for a little while when I had the start of my spiritual awakening. And ever since then, I've just been like tumbling down stones, but then climbing back up them. And I'm just so ready to be on top of the mountain financially and spiritually. So this is a beautiful cycle that I'm so happy to share with all of you. And I appreciate all of your good energy. I feel it. It just makes me feel so good. And I hope that you feel good. So happy. I would like to introduce some of my team members if they are online that I have welcomed into this space.
Abby, before you bring them on.
Oh yeah.
You're doing amazing. I love
Okay.
it. I forgot. Fast Start Director is so exciting. Triple ranking this month. We want to know what you're doing, girl. Like,
yeah.
What is working for you?
Yes, what I am doing.
Yeah, what, you know, other than Alexis being an incredible upline mentor and supporting you, how are you finding people to hit these ranks?
Yeah, so I create content on social media. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram. I talk about spiritual things, spiritual awakening. I try to guide everyone who is seeking healing for themselves. I wrote a book and I published my first book in December about my spiritual awakening and how I really feel like when we connect with ourselves and we heal ourselves, we heal the world. And that's one of my biggest messages, especially on this Earth Day, is this connection that we all share with one another. And how I've been able to create so many brand partners and relationships is through social media, is through connecting and networking with people that I never would have met otherwise. And I'm so grateful for social media for that, even though I used to not use it that way. Yeah, I guess what I'm hoping to build with that platform is the capacity to reach more people and touch more people's lives. Because obviously we're not going a lot of places right now. So it's not like I can just run around and touch every human being with my physical soul. So put it online and hope that it reaches the same amount. So yeah, thanks so much for enjoying and listening to my words.
There we go. Alexis is adding some things in. You dug in. You got her on like 10 connect calls, which is gold. That's something Leslie Zan says. The faster you can get me on 10 connect calls, the faster you're going to consolidate your training of what we have here. And that's huge. And I would, you know, having watched you, Abby, what I would add is that your belief in what we have is contagious. You have built up your belief in Purium and network marketing, in your why and yourself and your ability to build this income to fund your ultimate vision for your life. And that's what's translating to people. That's what, you know, that's what's so magnetic. So I know you're brand new. It's so brand new, right? The blindfold. Abby's like, I don't know what I'm doing. But
Yes.
that's why we're here together, and it's such teamwork, and you're so incredible, and I'm so excited for you. So yes, now go ahead,
Thank
bring on
you.
your people who are
Thank
helping you get
you.
there.
Yes, like the fool in tarot, right? It's like jumping off a cliff, but you're doing it, right? So also my book is called How to Get Here, for Angela who asked. It's available on Amazon and Barnes and Noble if you are in the United States. However, I would like to introduce two of my team members. So first up, we have Amanda, and then we also have Emma and Sabrina, beautiful ladies from all over. Amanda is from California. She hopped onto my team. We connected. Actually, I gave her a tarot reading not too long ago, and I was like, I need to be friends with you. And then, well, you know, we end up just being these amazing partners together. And I met Emma not too long ago. I just posted about Purium, and she was like, what is this? And started hopping on my lives. And then we started engaging in conversation about health and her goals, and as well as Sabrina. I would just bring on Sabrina. I'm introducing all of my team. Sabrina is from Canada, and she is a lovely, beautiful soul. I'm introducing her and bringing her on first, I guess. So thank you, Sabrina. Maybe you can come on and say some beautiful words.
Thank you, Abby. Thanks everyone for beautiful words and this space to just share, and just this community alone, like, is just amazing, and it's so magical, and it's so aligned with like who I am too. But besides that, yeah, Abby's the one who brought me on. I've followed her on social media, and I've always loved her vibe. Like Alexis said, like I was just so, like, she's so magnetic. And then she posted about this cleanse, and I was like, oh my God, like this is exactly what I need. And it was like perfect timing. Like it was just so crazy when it happened. It was like exactly what I needed. I've always just been dealing with like a lot of health issues just with my gut, and just for the past few years, it's just very uncomfortable. And I guess a lot of people too that can resonate with that, just deal with it, you know, just deal with feeling like shit, you know. And you're just like, what do? I try to eat healthy, and it's like doesn't seem to work. So at the beginning of this year, I actually adopted kind of a spiritual lifestyle, like just had like Abby said, like a spiritual awakening, and everything's changed since then. So I kind of have now been like really trying to get down with my health and my body and my spirit, and just getting it to where I want it to be, because I'm tired of wanting it and not attaining it. So this is why this cleanse came my way, and I couldn't pass it up. and then coming across that I could become a brand partner. And it's crazy again, like how the universe just gives you some tests and gives you this. And I asked, I'm like, I need a second source of income. And it was funny because there's these other little tests that I call them that kind of came my way that I could have, went along with and probably made some money from it, but it was so not aligned with what I believe in and like what genuinely makes me happy. And I waited. I'm like, no, I declined those offers. And then Abby and this whole opportunity of Purium came. And I was like, oh my God, like, there we go. This is it. This is exactly what I needed. So this, like, the fact that I can get a second source of income from just, being able to speak my truth and being able to help people and their health is literally what drove me to become a brand partner. And it's just so aligned with, honestly, my beliefs with helping the earth alone is like always been that passion that I've had like for so long, like ever since I was a little girl, and it's like, this is just a perfect opportunity. And I'm so excited to see where it takes me. And I'm just trusting the process. Yeah. Like I think somebody else said, just, like having those low expectations, not expecting, I think really helps to just trust, because you're just like, whatever happens meant to happen. So that's what, and I'm so grateful that I've hit consultant already and I'm going for director for this month. And I feel like, I've had some personal issues this past week and stuff. So I've been a little stressed, like, oh, I want to post my widen the reach. I want to do all that. But I'm like, oh, so it's good that I'm just not putting that pressure on me. And I'm just like, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's going to flow how it's going to flow. And I'm already getting better and I'm dealing with exams like Abby and stuff like that. But it's all going to be good. I'm going to hit the director at the end of the month. And yeah, so I'm super excited and grateful for all of you. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Sabrina. And Alexis is adding in some things here that you actually hit UBT in your first week, which is a really, really great practice. Like I said, getting in that rhythm of 3, because that's going to duplicate. And there's a lot of other teams where people are just making that, okay, UBT each week, and that's just duplicating. So that's really beautiful. And Alexis is saying that she went live with you and showed you how to submit widen your reach and scheduled calls to help you get into prospecting, made yourself available, as many connect calls as possible, and held the vision with you and ran with them. Thank you so much for adding that, Alexis, because I really want to highlight that that's exactly what I'm talking about. When you're walking somebody blindfolded through the forest, you want to be doing all those things. You want to be holding their hand and showing them all those steps, because you want them in action. Their learning curve is so steep. People can get lost in trying to learn all this stuff, right? Have you ever, drop a 9 in the comments if you've ever had people be like, well, I just have to go through all these websites and all this onboarding and all these forms and all this, to watch all these videos. No, you don't want that. People are going to lose their juice if they get too caught up in like studying and getting bogged down in all that stuff. And it's overwhelming, right? You want to let people know, like, it's cool. Don't worry about all that stuff. I've got that stuff. I'm here for you. Here's the one thing you do next, right? Take that one step over the log. There's a log, take one step over, right? You want to make it that simple for them so they can stay in momentum, so they can stay in action, so they can stay in that excitement about what they found with Purium and not get like overwhelmed with all these like homework, right? So, people are going to get plugged in a little bit, like here's this, here's that, but it, and that's where the more we are trained in this as mentors, we can read people like, what are they ready for? What's their next step, right? So as a new person, if you're new on this call, like, don't worry. If it's feeling heavy, it's not supposed to be. Just take a break and ask your mentor, what's my next step? Like, I got lost, I forgot, like, I'm confused. That's like Neely said, there's no dumb questions. Like, that's a brilliant question. It's brilliant to be like, I am totally lost. What am I supposed to do next? So I want to bring on our last share. This is a beautiful mama here on the island that I have gotten to know over the years, a brand new brand partner here on Erica Kloster's team. Alohi, are you here? And can we hear your share? Super close to consultant you are. you still here with us, Alohi?
And can you hear me?
Oh yeah, barely.
Here, hold on. Let me move out of my office. Maybe
Okay,
that'll work.
better. It's getting better.
Okay, how about now?
I think you're good. You look great.
Okay, cool. Oh, thanks. You do too. Cool. Thank you so much for bringing me on, Christina, and thank you everyone who's been sharing. It's been really nice to be hearing and kind of I don't know, I've been going through some stuff in my life, and it's nice to be in this community and feeling all this like positivity and trust, and yeah, it feels really good. So anyway, thank you again, Christina. Yeah, I'm a mama of 5. I'm a single mama, and I am actually an entrepreneur as well. I run my own herbal skincare line, and I got introduced to Purium by Erica many years ago, and it was so just like what I needed physically, but I wasn't ready for it mentally. And so I got reintroduced to it last year and fell in love all over again. And since then, I really instead of kind of like how Sabrina was saying, you know, I'm always wanting it, but never attaining it. So this year I really moved into that space of really wanting to change my health and to step into this mindset of wealth and abundance. And I did, and I'm so happy I did. I got on a call with Erica and Christina and sharing. It was in my life, and it was so, and yeah, I've just been sharing my story with the people that I love. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You know what? Let me try to turn off my video. Okay. How's that? I'm not sure where I left off or how much you heard. Okay. So yeah, I've just been sharing my story with the people that I love. You know, I've been sharing a lot with my sister who just had a baby, because I've had 5, and I have felt depleted over the years until I tried Purium. And yeah, so I've just been sharing my story, and it's amazing how just sharing my story and my experiences have been enough to inspire people to want something different for their lives as well, and move in a positive direction with health and wealth. So yeah.
Yay. And I love that story you shared with me this morning about, you were like, I was talking to my mom on FaceTime. I really just didn't have the energy to prospect her, but here I was making my shake, and she was like, what's that? I want that. Sign me up. And I love that.
Yeah, that was really funny because I woke up that morning and I was in that mindset of like, come on, like get people signed up, like you can do this. But I wasn't really feeling it that morning. I was just like overwhelmed, like my kids were running around and not on schedule, and I was just feeling overwhelmed, and I was just like on FaceTime with my mom, and I was making my shake, and I think she just saw my reaction from the time I made the shake. You know, she saw the change, the difference in me, and was like, what are you drinking? I want some of it. And so I signed my mom up that day, and it was really great, and she's really excited to try her products too. So yeah.
Yay.
Thanks.
Well, congratulations on all of that. Alohi's also on TikTok and Instagram, and
Yeah,
widen your reach, and going for Fast Start Director this month as well. So we're all staying in this momentum. Drop a 10 in the comments if you have a heightened value in Fast Start, in the Fast Start program. If you have like a new awareness of why we put so much emphasis on hitting Fast Start and helping people hit Fast Start. And again, even if you didn't hit Fast Start, by helping other people, you're getting into that frequency and you're getting the matching bonus. So that's why Fast Start is where it's at. And I want to just close us out with an announcement about Sunday. Leah Borowski is going to be leading the Sunday share on Instagram. So that's a really great place to bring your prospects. 10 o'clock Hawaii, 1 o'clock Pacific, 4 o'clock Eastern. And she's going to do it all about empowering mamas and how women, and I think she's not here, that's why I'm doing it, and how women are really finding solutions within the Purium economy to become sovereign, to have their own income streams, to even become, you know, emotionally and mentally empowered to be able to claim the life that they want to live and open our voices. And, you know, quick story, I had this vision the other day through this self-development program I'm doing, where it was having us envision the legacy we're creating when our cup is overflowing. And I just saw all thousands of women who were just becoming just activated in empowerment, like all over through this business. And I was just like, oh, that is like, makes me so happy. So then, and Leah like had this idea for the Sunday call totally separately. So it's all connected, right? So that's Sunday. And then Monday, she's leading a panel of postpartum depletion and how we have solutions here with Purium. So that you were going to be hearing from all different kinds of mamas who have been basically going from like that deflated balloon into that full balloon, or that like wilted flower into that vibrant flower, from getting this nutrition in our bodies. So look out for that, and you can invite prospects to that. There'll be materials coming out for both of those calls. And thank you so much to all of the speakers on this call today. You're all so amazing. And just stay in that momentum. Do you, like it was said, keep reaching out for support. There's so much support here. And, you know, just go out there and follow up, right? We just have been having so many events. And so really going in and keep nurturing all the seeds you've planted by following up, and know that people need reminders and they need to be followed up with. Most people were conditioned to put our self-care to the back burner. Doesn't mean be annoying, but it means showing up for people, because we need each other. And everybody who's joined Purium has been so grateful to that person who has been consistently reaching out, patiently waiting for their time. You heard Alohi say it. That was so poignant. I was physically ready for the products, but I wasn't emotionally ready, or I wasn't mentally ready to join. So we're just going to keep nurturing our relationships and staying in loving connection, so that when somebody is ready, they know without a shadow of a doubt that we're here for them. And they're like, yes, let's do this. And then they can hit the fast starts. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. Sorry we went over a couple minutes here, and have a beautiful day. Mwah. Happy Earth Day.
Bye. Bye.